Hi everybody and welcome to Crochet by Starlight. Today we are going to be working on some pretty eco-friendly, economically based bath poofs. So we're going to be making these bath poofs. They are made with 100% cotton yarn, and I do use a little bit of tulle in there just for some exfoliation. You can make these are a large size. This one I made kind of a small to medium size poof. You can kind of see that they're a row different. So this one I did 3 rows. This one I did 4 rows. You can make them in whatever colors you want. This one I made with half exfoliating, so it has half cotton, half tulle, and on the other side it's just pure cotton. There's some tulle inside, but the majority of the outside rows are cotton. So today we're going to be working on this medium size again, just to get you to the next level. If you want the bigger size, just add 1 more row in there. So this one has 4 rows. This one has 3 rows. And we are going to be using cotton yarn for today. I'm using Premier Home cotton yarn, and this is in a color lime green. I'm also using some tulle. And I got this off of, I think it was like Tool Supply or Tool.com or something like Tool Shop. There you go. Toolshop.com. And it was like 69 cents for a huge roll. And this is the roll that I got. And so I think with tax and shipping, it came out to about $1 a roll. And it's for 6 inches across and 25 yards. So that was pretty good. So toolshop.com if you want to buy some bulk tulle. And there is no minimum, I don't believe. So you can buy a couple, you can buy a bunch if you're going to be making a bunch of these. They're great Mother's Day gifts, just spa gifts if you're giving a gift certificate maybe to a spa and you want to give that. I'm using a G 4mm hook. So grab all your supplies and let's get started. So we're going to take our cotton yarn and we're going to make our slip stitch. So wrap it around your fingers, cross it over, slip your hook under the first loop, grab the second, and pull it through. Then just grab your tail and tighten it up. So you can kind of make the handle as long as you want. To start off, we are just going to chain the handle. So for the longer handles, you can chain, I don't know, 35, 40. For a shorter handle or little hook, you can chain 25, 30. It's kind of up to you. We'll go ahead and do 35. How about that? We'll make it a little bit longer. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then just keep going until you have reached however many or however long you want it to be. And you can just kind of fold it over and see, and that's about how long it's going to be. There's no real science to this. It doesn't impact your finished product at all. And so what you want to do is just take that when you got it to the length that you want it, and you'll just slip stitch it to the beginning, chain right there, do a quick slip stitch. Okay, now for this chain, I just left it. I didn't double crochet or crochet another row on it. For this chain I did. I just went right back over, added another single crochet to it. Same thing for this one, just added another row of single crochets. You can add another row of slip stitch. You can do whatever you'd like. Whatever feels comfortable. If you were going to add another row of single crochets, all you would do is literally just grab it and go around it with another row all the way around. If you wanted to just leave it as is, that's totally up to you. Whatever your preferred look, if you don't have time, maybe you're making a bunch of these and it's a last minute gift. Maybe you're going to do these for a baby shower and you want to give all the folks a shower gift, if you will, of a nice bath poof, then that would be something that you can decide on your own if you want to spend the extra few minutes to make it a nice wide handle. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around. If you've chosen not to do the extra row, then just fast forward and meet me back and we'll start the poof, okay? Okay, so I went around my chain with another row of single crochets. So I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch that into that last stitch, and there you go. Easy peasy. We're going to be working on the center of the poof here, and for the center of our poof we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're just going to take it and slip stitch it right in there. Put a slip stitch through it. If I can do that. There we go, slip stitch, okay? So now we are going to use this little ring here and we're going to add our double crochets. So we're going to want to put 25 double crochets in here. So scrunch them all in as best you can into that space. Okay, so if you need some help with the double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. Do the next one, yarn over, insert into that circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to want to make 25 of those into that small circle, and they will fit. They will be scrunched, but they will fit. So just keep going, adding your double crochets, move them over if you need to make some room. Okay, so just double crochets all the way through until you get to your 25. If you want to do 30, make your poof a little fuller, you can do 30. However many you want to do, if you want it to be, a really thick poof, that's kind of up to you. The best things about these poofs is there is no right or wrong way to make them. So go ahead and put your 25, 30, whatever you want to fit in there, and I'll meet you back in just a second. Okay, so I have 25 in here. With this tail, you can go ahead and weave that in, or if you like, just crochet over it as you go around. I kind of like to weave it in just because I feel like it makes a little bit of a tighter kind of stick in there, and I just don't want somebody to be taking a shower and have it fall apart. So I will weave mine in at the end though. So we've got our 30. You're just going to go ahead and slip stitch it to the beginning chain or the beginning double crochet that you made. Okay, and then you're going to chain 2. Now for each of those, 25. So for each of those 25, you're going to put 3 double crochets in each of those stitches. So I'm going to just put one in there and another. So I'm going to stop it there because I'm going to add some tulle because I like mine to have a little bit of a loofah effect. Plus, for the drying time, these do take a while to dry if they're just made with cotton. And so I find that if you add the tulle, that it helps it to dry out a little faster. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that through. There you go. And then I'm going to crochet with it. So I'm going to pull my stitch tight, wrap my tulle around, insert it into my next stitch, and then I'm just going to crochet my 3. So it's going to be tight with this first one because I got 2 strands, so I'm just going to drop the second strand for now just so I can get it started. There's 1 and 2. Okay? So you want to carry your working yarn through, kind of lock that in, yarn over. That was our first stitch. There we go. 1 and 2. Yarn over, insert into that same stitch, grab your yarn, 1, and we're going to stop because we are going to pick up our cotton yarn and finish that stitch. Yarn over, insert into our next stitch, grab our cotton yarn, pull it through, 1, 2, same stitch, and then we've got 1 more double crochet, same stitch, and this one we are going to stop there because we're going to pick our tool back up and we are going to finish that with our tool. Okay, and you're literally going to just go into each stitch around and do that same process. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then our last one. There's that one, and now our cotton to go in. Okay, so you've got that. You can kind of move it over because that stitch kind of got hidden in there, but it's all good. Try not to grab your tool. There's that. And there's that. Okay, and one more. Okay, now we pick up our tool and add that in. Okay, so then we're just going to keep going. I want you to keep going all the way around, grabbing your tool, grabbing your cotton. Okay, so that's kind of what it's, you can see that's starting to get bunchy. By the time you're here, it'll start to look real bunchy and it'll start to kind of bend in and fold and do all those wonderful things, kind of giving you that loofah look. So when you're done, I'll meet you back and we'll start round 2, and then you'll pretty much be on your way to completing your project. Okay, so I'm almost done with the end of this round 1. So just for a kind of a pro tip here, when you're working with 2 colors and you're trying to bring them across with you, always keep one color to the front and one color to the back, and that'll help keep your colors or your fabrics from getting tangled. So we're going to finish the last couple of stitches here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, switch colors or switch fabrics here from cotton to tulle, and I've only got a couple more stitches to go. So I hope that didn't take you too long. It didn't take me too long. Just a matter of putting it all together. And in case you're wondering, I did cut my 6-inch tool in half. Whoops. So that I could have these smaller pieces. So if you want to grab, if you got the larger roll, just cut them in half. That way you don't need such huge segments. I would cut them in 3, but 3 is a little more challenging for me to cut, so I just cut it in half. So I'm not going to go ahead and switch over to the tool. I'm just going to join it to the top here with a slip stitch to finish the round. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my tool and I'm going to chain 2. Okay, so there we go, chain 2, and I'm going to start round 2. So this is what round 1 looks like. Kind of looks like a little flower kind of growing there. So round 2, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add my 3 double crochets. My chain 2 counts as a double crochet. I'm going to grab my cotton. Where'd it go? There we go. Finish up my stitch, and then I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to work my 3 double crochets in each of those stitches across. So it grows incrementally with each round, as you can see. So we started off with 25. We put 3 double crochets in each of those 25. So now we have 75. We put 3 double crochets in each of those, and you can do the math. It just keeps growing and growing and getting twistier and twistier as it grows. So just keep going around and around and around. You are going to do this for row 2 all the way around, which is what we're on. You're going to do this for row 3. You're just going to keep going around and around and around. Like I said, at the end of row 3, you will have something that looks like this. And this is about a medium size. If you go to round 4, you will have something that looks like this. So you can see the difference that a round makes. When you're done, tie in your loose ends, and you've got yourself a bath poof. But that's it. If you like this video, want to see more, please subscribe. Hit that little bell button on the top corner so that you can be notified when new videos are available. And as always, happy hooking!